What's going on, y'all? Welcome to the block. It's your girl Red. I got a special guest in the building. Let me get a little cute thing. The homie Dre's on the block today. Say what up to the people.
What up, everybody?
Everybody good. Everybody straight. Okay, great.
Yeah.
Y'all know how we do. We got three topics actually. Let me go ahead and get into it. First topic up is the hall pass. Now this comes from Toya Wright and Miss Hits, I believe.
Yeah.
What was it, Untying the Knot or some shit? Whatever. I can't keep up. I tried, but whatever. But she says she gives her husband 8 passes in the marriage to do whatever he wants. 8 days, 8 passes where he does not have to answer anything. Now, this is in marriage and our relationships, completely different things.
Mm-hmm.
So, is this a good or a bad thing?
I think it depends on the relationship of two people. Like, me, myself, ain't no hall pass.
Right.
I mean, if you do 8, you can do 13.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like, why would you give somebody 8 chances to do whatever but get mad at the 9th?
Yeah. Like, that's because I feel like you're opening Pandora's box. Like, you're giving them the opportunity. And you know, it's like eating one Oreo. You're not just going to eat one Oreo. Like, you're going to have, like, a roll, perhaps.
And the thing is, I'm going to lose count.
You know what I'm saying? Like, after a while, you're going to be like, I mean, I don't know.
I can't remember. I had so much fun with 1 through 8. Why not another? Can I get a bonus hall pass?
Right. And it's like, it's not healthy, and it's starting to look like they're just making marriage and relationships and all that shit look bad. I think I said it last week. I've said it so many times. Like, it does not look appealing. Like, marriage, relationships, all that stuff to me right now where I'm at in my life, it does not look like something I'm like, yo, I gotta be down with that. I'm like, yeah, no, like, let me just stay single and, do whatever the fuck I want to do. And that way, nobody's feelings get hurt or none of that shit. But you don't want to go through life like that, you know what I'm saying? Because then it gets to the point where, you want, someone to be there for you at least, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but
that's the purpose of marriage.
Right.
When you get all that out of you, in your early 20s or whatever. Your whole life is a hall pass. So once you settle down and get married, it's like it's when you rebuilding on something. What you need hall passes for if y'all trying to build something.
Right.
It makes no sense to me. No hall passes.
No, not none. And it's like I said, you don't want to give a boy, because that's not, a man ain't even going to sit there and take that shit. He's going to be like, right, girl, please, I'm here for you, it's us, whoop, whoop, whatever. A little boy, like, if you it's like giving your kid a hall pass. Right. Like, it's like saying, I'm going to give you a chance to go out here and do all the bad shit I'm going to tell you not to do for 8 days.
Right.
But then, like, I want you to come back and act right.
And once you get a taste of it, you're going to want it forever. So,
right. You have to be smart with it. And I think her argument was, like, she said this towards the end of the marriage or whatever. But that's like, it still doesn't make sense. Like, it still doesn't, it don't sound right. It just doesn't, like, I can't even be like, yeah, girl, I get it. No, like, I absolutely don't get it.
It's almost like he was already just out there cheating, doing whatever he wanted to, and he was just like, she was just like, okay, well, since you're going to do it anyway, I'm going to give you 8 chances. And
that's like, so it's just like 8 chances with 8 different chicks on, like, do I get to spread these 8 days out? It's just like a weekend, like, Sunday. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't forget about the last Sunday, and then you come back and he's supposed to just act right?
Yeah,
like,
or do they know these chicks? Is it like an open relationship? Like, she gets to pick?
Right, like, this is like the homie that comes through, and she's like, oh, yeah, I know Tasha. Tasha's straight. You know what I'm saying? You can smash Tasha for 8 days. I have no problem with that. And then it's like another thing she said that I was like, what? She said something about she's not raising her daughter on how to keep a husband. And it's like, I mean, honestly, it's not something that can be taught. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't keep a human being. You know what I'm saying? Because regardless of, marriage, yes, you're supposed to respect it and all those things. Yes, I get that. But you can't make anybody respect it. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, you can be out here giving a nigga the world. Like, you could be feeding him, fucking him endlessly, listening, leaving him alone, getting into sports, all that shit, and he'll still find some reason to creep outside the relationship.
Right.
You be like, you're smothering me.
Right.
It was too much.
And that's because that's what he wants to do. He wants to step out. That's who he is. So he's going to do that regardless whether you give him that pass or not. You can be perfect.
Right.
You can be not so perfect. But if that's who he is, if he wants those hall passes, he's going to get them. That's why you got to find a husband who wants a wife in that relationship, not just somebody who wants the title.
Right. Exactly. And that's just what it really comes down to. And I don't think people understand that. And I hate for people to get, like, the wrong impression when you look at people like that, because then you like, oh, okay, well, let me take that and try to incorporate that into my relationship or my marriage and see how that works for me. That's setting you up for failure.
You think that's gonna work for you, and it ain't for everybody.
It don't work. Like, yeah, that's open marriages and, you know, things like that. I get that. I mean, that's understandable because you know what you're walking into. Like, I still have, yes, I'm married, but I still have options. You know what I'm saying? Then you know what's up, but y'all didn't go in like that.
Nah,
it's a known fact. How you start is how you're supposed to continue, and that's how you finish.
You throwing a wrench in the plans by opening that up halfway through, like, okay, let's bring in somebody else. Well, you gone and you can do that. That's cool. No, it's not cool.
And then, like, the lady asked, she was like, she asked him, she was like, so does she get 8 days? No, hell no. She don't get that. And I'm like, see, the good old double standard. It's cool. What's good for him, she can't do. And it's like, now, if it was that, then I might understand it, because I'm a female, and I know even if a man was like, you get 8 passes, and if you're not a known, you know, promiscuous woman or, you know, a cheater or anything like that, I'm not saying women don't cheat. They cheat. They're better at it. But they're way better at it, way smarter at it. But at least she knows, and she was like a little bit more comfortable. Maybe. Because she's like she said, she's at the end of the marriage. She figured if I, you know, give this a try, I know he's probably going to do it. Fuck it. We about to end anyway. But if he was like, babe, I'm going to give you the same 8 days, she'd be like, okay, let me sit on that. But she ain't going to do nothing.
She ain't going to do nothing.
Because she's tested, like, she's setting you up, bruh. Basically, that's what it is. She's like, yeah, go on. See what happens. See what happens, you walk out here on 8 days and see what the fuck happens, and I'm smack pissed at your ass.
Or she gonna go out and use one of them 8 days, and she gonna find somebody who got more money, more attractive, and you gonna be feeling like, well, okay.
Right, and then it all came down to, like, assets, like, on the show, it was like watches and watches collections and rings and camera stuff, and it's like, that's basically what all it was. It was like, yeah, you know, passes, whatever. But it's like, it came down to, what do I get? What am I getting? Like, what do I get to walk away with? That's what it came down to. And it's like, that sucks. But I know, like, in the reality of it, that's pretty much how it goes. Like, if I give you these 8 days, in which he probably did, was like, cool. I kissed on the cheek and, like, headed out to the strip club. Like, she was like, I bet. Right. He was out there in the streets. And then she was sitting there like, no, motherfucker, like, that was a test, and you failed horribly. So I need everything. I need half of this, half of that. Let me get 2 of the cars. You keep 1. Get the fuck out. Like, it really just came down to that. So, all in all, I'll pass this. I think me and Dre are on the same level. Nah, don't do that. I'm not going to allow it. Dre's not gonna allow it.
And I ain't even gonna accept it.
I'm not even gonna think of that shit. Like, I'm not even giving you 1.
I'm too smart for that. I ain't falling for that shit.
No. A man bet not, but the crazy thing is, some men will be like, yeah, cool, bet. Wifey so cool. And you like, nigga, that's not your homie.
That's what I'm trying to pay.
Right.
As soon as that dude be like, yeah, I ain't cool.
Alright, let me see, because I've been hollering that. Because he already been, like, out here plotting. Yeah. Because, especially if he's a cheater, he's already been out here plotting. Like, I've been sliding in whole girls' DMs for, like, weeks now, and I just been trying to figure out how I can bet.
How I can get away with it. I ain't gotta hide it.
Right, now, nigga, we just out here, fuck it.
Foolish.
Right, exactly. Let's switch subjects. Okay. Do men handle breakups better than women?
You know what? Breakups, maybe. But heartbreak? No. Yo, because we kind of hide it a little better, but I think we internalize that heartbreak.
Yeah.
Every relationship after that is going to be like, we don't have our guards up.
you ain't lying. Because dudes, like, with a heartbreak, like, it could be the first one, it could be, like, the one and only one.
Yeah.
But he'll, like, say that line to you so motherfucking quick, like, I've been hurt before, I don't trust people, and it's like, damn, nigga, you not, now, if the shoe was on the other foot, and females say that shit, dudes be like, well, I'm not like them, you gotta give me a chance, let me show, but if a female, first of all, she's not gonna say that shit, because we ain't got shit to prove, like, we the prize, so if you don't want it, alright, well, shit, fuck it, let me wrap up the gift, and be the fuck out, like, that's what I would be on, because it's like, I'm gonna give you an opportunity, you hit me with that, I'm like, alright, straight, don't even worry about it,
right,
you straight, bro, go ahead.
Yeah, well, most men, like I said, they internalize it, and, when we move on, it's not the same. It's we treat every woman like that woman that hurt us.
Right.
Like, guards is up. We kind of keep it at arm's length because we know it's going. I feel like it's going to happen again. It's like men being natural fighters and warriors. We like, nah, you can't hurt me in that same way again. I'm gonna put this shield on so you can't get right there no more.
Right.
And nah, you can't hurt a man twice. It's hard. And it can be like early on. It could, especially if a dude's unstable, like it could be that 8th grade love.
Right, the sandbox chick that was
who
like
broke up with you in the lunchroom, and now you like, man, every light skinned chick I can't stand her.
Every light skinned chick I ain't fucking with.
You look like Monique from middle school, so now you gonna treat you the same way, and that ain't right, man. So we do that, but chicks they continuously open themselves up for the same heartbreak, even though they might go for the same dude 20 times who broke their heart, looking for that same kind of love. So I think women take on more of a I don't know, like a victimized way of it, where they keep opening themselves up to the hurt, where men they take complete charge of it. Hell no, you can't hurt me no more.
Yeah, and I think that's really what we're running into, like people that are genuinely good men and women that want to be in a relationship. It's hard to come across somebody that is everything you want. Granted, you're not gonna get everything you want anyway, but you at least want a good amount to where you be like, I can work with this.
I can work with that.
That's all I'm looking for. Yeah. Something I can work with. But then you have that. I think with heartbreak, at the gate, the girls they like deal with it straight on. They'll cry, they'll eat, they'll be angry, all that shit, and then like give her like maybe 2 months.
Just to go through the grieving process.
Right, to the grieving, and then she gonna be straight, but then there's Hakeem on the other end, where he's been out here like in the club, turning up, fucking whoever that moves, and then like when her 2 months is up, it's like his 2 months is on. And then he's like in her phone and he's like, I can't believe this and why this, and she's like, I'm not even thinking about that shit no more. Like, I'm done. I'm now talking to, Trevon.
And all the while she's grieving, she's watching him out here in the club, turning up.
And that's what, and that's what women, like, we want, when we hurt, in a relationship, when we hurt, we want the person that hurt us to hurt too. And that's really what it comes down to. It's like, you want to seek revenge. You want to, make them cry. You want to hurt their feelings. You want to do all that shit. Not realizing, because you looking at them like, this motherfucker ain't even worried about me. He ain't even thinking about me. And that's what hurts our feelings even more. But like, this motherfucker's really out here, dancing, having fun, drinking. He on the Snap. He on Instagram flexing. And I'm at home boo-hooing, listening to Beyonce and shit. Like, the fuck?
And nigga don't care.
Right, that motherfucker don't give a shit about me. Like, that's what we tell ourselves and convince ourselves, not knowing that men kind of internalize stuff. So they're like, in the inside, they're thinking about it, but the liquor and the fun and all that shit's gonna kind of press it down.
We haven't faced the fact that we even like hurt y'all. If it's our fault, like, we ain't even thought about it, dealt with it yet. We're just out here living our lives, and once we actually think about it, y'all done moved on, and like you said, that's when we send that text message. What you up to? Now
you hit him with the Drake, Marvin's Room, like, I just think you deserve better. And it's like, the fuck are you talking about? Like, it's been 2 months, my G, and I'm straight. Like, well, I'm not. And it's like, now
you ain't straight.
Right, now he done pulled you back into the clink, and you like, the fuck? Now it's like, do I go back? I think that's what a lot of people do, and that's how they fall back into the what am I trying to say? They just fall back into the role of it, just all over again. They just redo the relationship as if y'all didn't just, you know what I'm saying, break up as if the problem has already left.
Right.
And it hasn't.
Yeah, and as a man, me saying this, y'all can't make it easy to get back.
Right.
Like, that's the only way we gonna grow up. Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? If a dog piss on your carpet, you gotta put his nose in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can't just say, okay.
Right. All right, it's straight. No, like, you have to skull a motherfucker. Like, you have to show them. I tell people this. I was like, you have to show people, like, what they're missing. Because if you don't, then it's like, nothing's gonna change, basically. Because if you're not, yeah, you gotta like put them on punishment. Like damn near be like, you know what, nigga, you done fucked up, and you ain't getting no more of this, and you shut down time, and you gotta do all that shit. And then like once he realizes that shit, he's gonna be like, damn, like she was for real.
Very true. That's how we mature through learning processes like
right.
that. Like you can't reward bad behavior. If we out here screwing up, doing whatever, and we can get you right back after we done went out and did whatever we wanted to in that 2-month grace period.
Yeah.
Like, all right, I'm going to do it again.
Exactly. And then when I say that, I don't want people to feel like, because I'm single, that I'm hating or anything like that. I'm just saying, like, I've been there before. I've been in, like, a long-term relationship where you like, okay, I feel like he's, you know, learned his lesson. Let me just, and it ain't even been long enough for him to learn this lesson. Right. It's just the fact that I miss that person so much. And I love that person so much. I'm just like, fuck it, I'm going to go back over here. Because I ain't got nothing else. That's like, that's when you got to learn, like, your worth. You know what I'm saying? Like, it really just all ties down to that. And once you finally realize, like, how much you're worth, then all that bullshit that he was trying to give you, you're going to be like, that's not enough. That's not. And he's going to call you stuck up, and that's because he's not up to par. That's the problem. Right. It's like, he wants to put his insecurities on you. So it's like, he'll be like, you a bitch, you stuck up, you want somebody. And here's what pisses me off nowadays, is dudes be like, oh, you want somebody to chase you. No, it's called pursuing.
Pursuing, absolutely. And a real man knows that it's about that pursuit.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to, like you said earlier, y'all the prize.
Right.
So you got to work for that prize.
A prize don't pop up at the door.
No, you don't win the race at the start. You
right.
have to run the race.
Exactly. Like, you have to see it through. And I think that's what, like, dudes is running into nowadays. They lazy and they want us to do all the work. And I'm like, if I got to do all the work, I'm going to be by myself. Yeah. That's just what it comes down. Like, I gave dudes my number, and dude, you know, didn't hit me up, or takes his precious time hit me up. Oh, I'm done, because I'm giving, over here on this side, I'm giving you 2 days.
Okay.
I'm not saying, like, out the gate, text me, blow me up. Don't do that, because that's like, whoa, calm down, sir. I'm not Beyonce. Chill out, all right? Don't give me too much. But it's like, I'm giving you 2 days to, like, step up. If you do not step up in 2 days, I'm not worried about it.
That's all it takes is a phone call, not even off top. Don't send a text message.
Right.
Fellas, don't send a text message the next day talking about what's up. Just call her up, have a conversation. Let's meet up on whatever date or whatever. A date.
Right.
Y'all know what a date is?
No, niggas don't know what dates are.
Go on a date, get to know her. Buy dinner.
Please.
Yeah, you know, take it somewhere nice. Netflix and chill is not a date.
It's not a date. Oh my god. I'm not coming to your crib first day up. Just not gonna do it. I should not know what your crib looks like until at least date 5. At least. And even that, they don't even guarantee you box. I'm just saying, like, I shouldn't know where you stay at until.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, if you want this to be more than, you know what I'm saying, than just a, I don't know, a smash or whatever, then you have to put in the work. Like, you have to. Like, it's, what did Beyonce say? Come harder, this won't be easy. And dudes will be like, no, like, that's real. Like, if you know your worth, you know what you want out here, that shit ain't gonna be easy, bro. Like, I just can't be like, oh, he likes me, cool, here we go. And it's like, no, like, prove, you have to prove.
And women, y'all set the standard. Like, we gonna do what we are allowed to do.
Exactly.
So if y'all raise y'all standards, we have no choice but to rise to the occasion, because we ain't getting nothing. You
have to compete. We gotta get on this last topic right here. Now, are we, do you feel like we are programmed a little bit? Like, programmed, when I say programmed, I mean like on how our life should be, like what society has shown us what it should be. In your 20s, you're in college, you have fun, whatever, but you're supposed to date in between that, and then you have supposed to find your mate by you have to be married before 30. So I ain't even gonna give you the full 10 years you're supposed to get with your 20s.
Right.
You just like about 25. You're supposed to be, now let's get married, let's have kids, and by 40 let's be retired, and you know what I'm saying? It's
you're
just
supposed to have your career by a certain age, married, out of college, all that stuff. I think we are programmed to do certain things in certain blocks of time, and it don't always work out like that.
And I feel like a lot of people, especially like with me, like I'll sit there and look at it and be like, shit. But then in retrospect, it's like, but I'm a lot further than where I used to be, and I'm a lot further than some people that I know.
Right.
So I kind of keep that in the forefront, like, yeah, you know, everybody has this, and the third, but that's not my time for that.
It's not.
And it'll come.
It will come, and you can do everything right as far as society wants you to do. You can go straight to college, you can not have any kids as a teenager, do all that stuff, and then you won't even find your career, your life mate, husband, wife until you're 45 years old.
You know what I'm saying?
What do you do with those 25 years? You just supposed to sit and wait on life?
Yeah.
No, get out there and do whatever you want to do. You can't go by what someone else says you're supposed to do. I'm 32 years old. No, I ain't got no degree yet. I mean, no kids, no wife, no nothing. So I can't say no nothing.
Right, but we have enough. You know what I'm saying? To where like other people that are our ages.
Yeah.
And you would be like, okay, I'm doing, you know, not knocking nobody else, but it's like you kind of really want them to catch up because you're not even. But okay, like ain't nobody judging or nothing like that. But it's like most of my friends have kids. Like they just had like one kid. Not saying like a slew of motherfuckers, but everybody's like popping up one kid, and I'm just like, shit, can I even get pregnant? Like, what the fuck is going on there? Like, what's the problem? Is it me?
Is it me?
But then my other side kicks in like, girl, please, like you only 29. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like it's not meant for you to have kids when your friends have kids, and let your friends' kids grow up. So when I have a kid, they can watch my kid. Boom! I done figured the game out. Like y'all have fun. Like I love they kids. All that shit. Yeah. Love them. I'm like that's my nephew. That's the little homie. Right. Yeah, I love that because you can give them back.
Absolutely.
But if I had a kid, like now, granted, I would be great. You know what I'm saying? Because I had great example with my mom and my uncles and everybody around me that helped instill things in me. So I'll be fine. I'm not tripping off that.
And you've had practice with your nieces,
yeah.
And all that good stuff.
And it's like, and then with relationships, it's like, yeah, you want a relationship, but like I said, it don't look too appealing out here. So it's like I kind of don't want a relationship. I kind of just want to just be red. You know what I'm saying? Not red plus whoever else.
Exactly.
And that's what it is.
And you don't want to have kids without them having a father in the house.
Of
course.
I
mean, you ain't married,
right?
So why would you even be trying to have kids without taking that step first?
Plus, I enjoy my sleep, so I need somebody to like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, baby's crying because you get up, rock, you know what I'm saying? Walk with him while I try to get a couple, 2-3 hours in.
I got one alarm clock. That's all I need.
That's all I need right now. I don't need no other ones. Like
talking about I'm hungry.
Right. And then like I mean, babies are cute. They're I love babies. That's when they're the best. Yeah. But then it's like you get that weird age, like they turn like 2 or 3 and they start talking, and you like, oh my God. But you know what I'm saying? This is like what you actually pray for because you're like, oh my God, what's wrong with my baby? Like talk to me, tell me something. And then like fast forward to like now, and now you got your kid, and he's like, right, shit. Will you go to bed? Like you be like, are you hungry? They're like, yes. Like you gotta go to the bathroom. Yes. And it gets easier a little bit, but then now they starting to like form sentences, and they got paragraphs and shit. And you're like, oh my Lord, please hush this child.
You done signed up for something you really want because you felt like you was programmed. By 25, and you ain't ready.
Yeah, because then they trick you and be like, for women, because men can pretty much have kids whenever the fuck they want to. Yeah. But with us, it's by 35, it's like high risk or whatever.
Yeah.
And then like, so then you have that in your head. You like, well, shit, I gotta, at least, right? You start to like, my clock starting to turn up just a little bit, but it's like, the weed and alcohol shuts that down. But smoke a blunt, hush.
Right.
Ain't nobody trying to hear that shit like I'm trying to relax out here. But it's like you think about that shit, and it don't help because you got men that are some men are so arrogant. We can. I don't give a fuck what y'all can do because that doesn't suit me unless you plan on giving me some of your seed to get, to have a baby, then I can really give a fuck what you're doing with yours. Because it has absolutely nothing to do with me.
Right.
That's what it comes down to. And I feel like, society has got us programmed on not even just like that, but just like so many other things nowadays. Like it's hard to have an opinion and voice your opinion when people don't ask for it. I guess that's what, pisses me off. It's like I'll post or share something and someone would leave like a fucking paragraph, 2 paragraphs on, what they feel. And it's like, I just wish you would just share this article and maybe do your own thing.
Do your own thing. And you can share your opinion, but don't attack mine.
You know what I'm saying?
They are opinions.
Yeah, everyone has one. It's fine.
And we can share differences without me being 100% right and you being 100% wrong. Like, to each his own.
It's fine. This is pretty much why I created to have a podcast, because people would tell me, the captions that I put with stuff that I would share, but like, oh my God, like, I think you should do a blog or you should do that. And it's like, yeah, but that's for me. Like, I'll just put my own shit out there and like whatever. I don't think I've ever got on somebody else's shit and been like, well, it's this, and this, and then I don't feel like this. Because, you didn't ask me.
No, you didn't.
So I'm going to take what you said and I'm just going to share it on my own shit. As opposed to, I don't want to impose on nobody. But people don't understand the art of that. They just want to impose every fucking word in every aspect of life.
They impose. They can't just share their opinion and like have a peaceful dialogue about it without attacking your character. It's like, man, what's good for you ain't good for me.
Exactly. And this is why worry about yourself.
Yourself.
If you don't get nothing else from Banshee's Block, I will tell you, number 1 is to worry about yourself. I ain't worried about nobody else out here that ain't contributing shit to my life. I ain't making my life better and or worse. I'm not gonna do it. So I would suggest that you would take that same and run with that shit to the end.
Because we ain't out here hurting nobody. So
no.
I think if it don't hurt you or a group of people over there, like, chill out. Like, let me live. I'm gonna let you live.
My mama used to always say, she said, hey, feed me, fucking me, and clothing me. I'm not worried about it, and nobody else should either. And that's exactly how it should be. So when people tell you, what you should be doing by this age, do what works for you. You know what I'm saying? Everybody gets their own package when they supposed to get it. You know what I'm saying? God gonna give you what he's supposed to give you when he feels like, okay, you ready for it. And if you're not ready for it, he ain't gonna give it to you.
That's how we end up settling, because we have that mentality. So we just run to the first chick that looks good, first man who looks good, and then 5 years later we like, why did I do that? Right.
And now you looking back like, shit, I could have had, so much more, so much better for what I actually wanted. You know what I'm saying? Instead it was just like, fuck it, he looked at me, he thinks I'm cute. Alright, I'm gonna go rock with it.
Bottom line, you can't rush God. If he say you're gonna get married at 32, why are you forcing yourself to get married at 25?
You know what I'm saying?
Because you're still gonna get married to that right person.
At 32. At 32, it doesn't matter like what you think. You gonna trick God and be like, I got it. Right? You gonna like, ha ha. There, look, I told you.
Expedite this situation.
Right? Like you can't rush God. So whatever works, like whatever God gives you is when you're supposed to have it, and that's what it comes down to. Don't feel like you are program and that you have to do what society tells you have to do. Live your life.
Live your life.
Do you. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it comes down to.
Aspect of your life. You cannot be programmed for anything. So
that's religion, that's relationships, that's friends,
your
that's
career,
fashion.
Friends, my God.
Yes, that's career, that's all those things. Like, do what works for you. And that's really what it comes down to. Got the homie Dre in the building. Do you want people to follow you on anything?
Sure, if you want to. I'm not big on, let's say, Twitter right now, but if you want to, I am the original Dre on Twitter, and it's Andre.360 on Instagram. I just changed my name.
I was like, that ain't it.
Right. .360.
Okay. Y'all know me. I'm on everything. You check me anywhere. Thugelina, that's THUGE. And then Lena, all that shit, just like Angelina would do. And this has been The Block. You girl Red. When we out, holla at y'all.